This is Questions for Citizens. Under the rubric of investigative poetry, the poetry should again assume responsibility for the description of history. That's Ed Sanders speaking. So these are random questions for citizens and poet citizens. And, the list continues. You can make your own lists. When was the Federal Reserve created and by whom? Who was second in command to Jefferson Davis and considered the brains of the Confederacy? What was the primary material factor in British sea domination? What was Ezra Pound right about? How many things don't make sense about the Bering Straits theory of migration? What might that mean? Who funded the Confederacy and why? Do you accept the findings of the Warren Commission? And who was Ghassan Kanafani? And why did the Confederacy have to import hay from north of the Mason-Dixon line? Who assassinated Naji al-Ali? And where did this take place? Who was Naji al-Ali? What happened in Bengal during World War II? And what does the term false flag mean? Please identify at least two. Do you think buildings came down on 9/11 because airplanes hit them? Do you think elements of the U.S. government capable of controlled demolition of buildings? Why did U.S. and Kurdish forces provide cover for up to 4,000 people associated with ISIS leaving? Do you think this was the case, Raqqa, including fighters and weapons? Do you think elements of the government capable of creating these things? Do you think this was the case? Who assassinated Jean Senac? Where did this happen? Who was Jean Senac? Where was Soha Bishara imprisoned? Why was she imprisoned? Who is she? Who kidnapped Mordecai Vanunu? Who is he? Where was he born? Why do race and gender seem so high on the agenda? What does an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth actually mean? What is an alphabet of logarithms? What is the primordial black hole? What is a bubble universe? Why doesn't the Confederacy die? Who backs it? Why is it getting away with so much this late in the game? Why is there so much focus on Russia? Connect the dots. Whose interest is this? And what does the caliphate want? What two countries at least 2,300 miles apart were attacked by missiles on the same day by a power of 8,000 miles away? And do you think Obama was allowed to get elected? And what does one see that fear in former attorney Jeff Sessions' eyes and that aggrandizing 6th smile, which is a predatory gesture of the face, jaw, mouth related to atavism? I did not declare it so, he said in answer to a question by Representative Karen Bass of the Black Caucus about Black lives. Did you see this? What is the modus operandi of Jeff Sessions of Alabama? Do you know what a hilera is? Do you know how many nights and days you might freeze in a hilera? Who put chlorine in water for the immigrant children? Why aren't we continuing to have daily in this country protests daily about what was it? Supremacy? What is the U.S. karma with North Korea? How many people died in the Korean War, both and here? And what was our role? And who is Judah Benjamin? And where does your water come from? Do you think black holes materialize out of clouds of dust? What is the axiom dark matter experiment? Do infinite other worlds exist in probability space? What does that mean? And what are the Gedanken experiments? Who coined that term? And what happened 1 second after the Big Bang? And what is a beauty hadron, a silicon sensor? And where are we? And what collider? So make up your own questions. It kind of keeps you busy.